All right, we're at Choccolocco Mountain campground and ORV park. Just come up for the day. It's a little bit misty rain. I'm gonna do something a little different on my channel, and I'm actually gonna kind of do a little bit of talking. Usually my videos are kind of quiet and you just see where we're going, but I'm gonna kind of go around and talk a little bit, talk about some of the trails that I'm gonna do. I'm taking it easy because I'm by myself, just me and Moab here. All right, so got checked in. I've come over to one of the campsites that's here. It's one, you know, kind of over there's the bathrooms. You know, it's kind of on this little finger. It's got a good overlook at the mountain. When, you know, back when these trees weren't here, you could see the town. It was a really good view. There's campsites all around us, RV areas over that way in the parking lot. So the very first thing we're going to do here is I'm going to air my tires down. After I get air down, I'll kind of do a good walkthrough and everything and show you, you know, all the modifications I have done to my Jeep and go from there. I did have Moab out, and he was running around a little bit, but I don't know, for some reason he wants to sit in the Jeep. He doesn't want to get out. So let's go ahead and get aired down and go from there. All right, so we're going to air down. People air down different ways. There's different methods. You know, you got kind of high speed cool tools that you just screw on there and they automatically deflate. You know, they're expensive and everything. They're kind of slow. Other people, they have the tire gauge where they put on there, it's on the hose. Myself, I pull the valve core out. As you can see, I have this tool here. Here's a tool I made years ago. It's just old valve stem, and basically you get this tool here. There's normally a little spiky thing on the end of it for cleaning the valve stem if there's dirt in there. I just poke that out and I put it on this. It's got a nice little gripper on the end of it. You know, so I pull the valve stem out, and then I just kind of time it. Myself, I'm running a 40-inch tire on a 17-inch rim. They're Yokohama Geolander XMTs. On the highway, I normally run about 24-26 pounds on the highway. They ride pretty good, seem to wear all right. You know, whenever I'm on the trail, you know, it just depends on the trail conditions and you know what they're like. You know, I like to go down. I found these tires hook up the best around the 8 to 10 pound range. You know, some people don't air down that much, but you know, it's all on the trail. The problem with airing down a lot, if you go down super low, you know, you lose a lot of ground clearance. So you kind of gotta think about it. If you're on a Jeep with 35s, you know, you probably don't want to air down that low, like a mid-teens or somewhere close to 20. But it just depends on the trail conditions. If it's a big rocky trail or a trail that's got a lot of ruts and you need all the ground clearance you can get, you might want to air up a little bit so you're not losing ground clearance, because the differentials on Jeeps, they hang down low. That's probably about the only advantage IFS like a Toyota or something like that has over a Jeep, is the independent front suspension has a little more ground clearance in the center because they don't have to have that low hanging center axle. So we're going to air down. Like I said, I just I pull my valve core, my cover off. I kind of come in and I'm going to unscrew my valve core. Got to make sure you don't lose it. So kind of once you get to the end, pinch it, hold it. You hear the air is going to rush out really fast. I kind of like to go about 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and then I'll check it with tire gauge. So, you know, let's kind of give it a little bit, and then I'll check back in with you. All right, so I've already done the first 3 tires. You know, my gauge, using an analog gauge. You don't want to, you need a digital gauge. I took the digital gauge out and let my daughter use it for hers. She went on a trip. So right now, like I said, I'm about 24 psi right now. So I'm going to come in and pull my valve core out. So once the valve core is out, you want to hold it, pinch it so you don't lose it. I keep some extras in the Jeep with me. I'm going to count to 45. And that should put me at about 10 pounds of air where I want to be. you know, like I said, that was about 45 seconds. Like I said, again, this is an analog gauge. It only goes down to 10 psi. So, I mean, I'm sure I'm somewhere between 8 and 10 right now. I mean, airing your tires down isn't rocket science. You don't have to have like perfect, you know, 10 10 10 or 8 8 8 on every tire. As you can see now, I got a lot of sidewall flex now. So the tire should conform really good to the rocks and go from there. And also provide a better ride when you're riding around on the roads, trails, access roads. It's going to have a more comfortable ride. It's not just your shock absorbers and your springs doing all the work. So should be a better ride. Alrighty, so I'm not really sure if I'm maxed out or not. I don't have anybody back there kind of going over and telling me if I picked up the back tire or not, but it didn't felt like it got a little tippy on there. As you can see, she's quite flexy. I know Moab is ready to hit the trail. He's running around for a little bit while I was talking earlier. You know, I know he's ready to get on the trail just like I am. We're just going to do nice little easy trails, nothing hard. You know, again, like I'm out here by myself. I mean, there's another group of crawlers out here. I mean, I say there's a Toyota Truggy running around. There's a couple side-by-sides. Look like a CJ. They're all riding together. I can hear them up on the harder things. Now, I'm just gonna do some easy stuff. We might see and we might not. I'm not gonna do anything crazy hard. I'll try and talk through some of the trails instead of just doing a point of view like 90% of my videos are, and we'll go from there. Thanks for listening. All right, so heading to the trail. So here we're passing the bathhouse and restrooms here at Choccolocco. This is all the RV campsites. There's power hookup. There's no sewer out here. There is water at the sites, but there's no sewer or anything. But you know, it's a good parking lot. We're set up. There's some other parking areas around here. You know, but it's just you know, pretty nice little quiet campground. This is one of their access roads. It's called Forney Road. I'm gonna go up here, and I'm going to take an alternate route to get to Scenic View. Scenic View is a good fun road. See, we're gonna come up here. You can see some of the washout area up here. We're gonna take this trail off to the side. It's called Big Oak. So you see now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put it in 4 low. trail's a lot rutted out than what it was last time I've come through. You see, you know, like I was talking about, you air down, you lose ground clearance, and that's just one of those one of those cases. So we're gonna try and see if we can get up there. And it just looks like it's gonna keep digging in on us. Well, we're not gonna take this route because we're by ourselves. I'm not really looking to have to do a lot of winching. So we're gonna get down here and do our best turnaround on the trail, which is usually a little difficult. Going the right way down the trail. I'll take it nice and slow. Go down here and try and get my exhaust put back on. This is like insanely loud. Never had it fall off before. Road. Trail Big Oak was very rutted out. I don't know if I just aired down too much, but I was hanging up really good. Looks like there's a lot of erosion on that trail, so it's probably because a lot of people don't use it. The center's not worn down, and it's just created it where, you know, you got to be on 42s or bigger to get up that trail now. So we're on Forney Road. This is the access road. Basically a stock Jeep could do it. Could do this road. It's nothing but an access road, so nothing exciting on here. There's a couple of little climbs off to the side, like here we're passing one here on the left. It's pretty just a little steep climb, goes up, comes back down, doesn't go anywhere. And you see my exhaust is continuing to want to fall off. I did slide it back on. I didn't get any wrenches out and tighten anything up, which I think I'm going to do that up here in a minute, just because it is very loud and annoying. So I'm going to get to a good wide spot on the trail where I don't have to worry about if I'm blocking the road. Alright, we got that loud exhaust fixed. Yeah, the band clamp came loose. I just had to tighten it up. So coming up here, we have, you can go to the left, this is Mud Hill. It's all right trail, pretty fun. It's not one of my favorites. We're just going to continue along Forney Road a little ways, and we're going to turn on a trail called Chicken Trail, and we're going to do Torque. Torque's always one of my favorites. It was one of the very first trails that I came on, and I had the winch on in my old Jeep out here. So me and that trail, we have a little bit of history. This Jeep here, I've had some, I broke a rear axle on that trail. I had my steering pump bracket break on that trail. So me and Torque's got some history here at Choco. But I'm gonna kind of continue along Forney Road here. As you can see, it kind of goes. It gets a little rocky. But again, if you know there's stock Jeeps or somebody with a stock Jeep that's just starting out and they want to get into off-roading and kind of use their Jeep for what it's made for, instead of just kind of going to the mall and back. No pun intended, but you know, this is a good road, you know, to kind of teach them, you know, about what a stock Jeep can do. As it gets kind of closer up here to the playground obstacle, you know, it does get a little bit of an incline and a little rockier, you know, so, you know, it's a good, you know, I say this is the access road, but it's also a good stock friendly Jeep trail as well, or 4Runner, Land Cruiser, you know, whatever four-wheel drive you have, you know, just get out and wheel. But all right, so here we go. This is the entrance to Chicken Trail, as you can see here. So right now, you know, so we're in 4-low. Put it in first gear. Just give me a little better crawl control on there. I'm also gonna turn it down, put it in the let's go E2 setting for throttle Ultimate 9. You can see it's a good washed out area. You had some pictures on the outside of the Jeep, you know, this will be some good flexy spots in here. You see water when it rains heavily. Water comes rushing down through here, washes the mud off the top of the rocks. Pretty much the suspension almost flexed completely out there. You know, it's a good, fun little trail. Looks like they had a recent tree fall up here. You know, but Mud Hill comes out to the left of us over here and drops on. Chicken Trail continues to go up straight. You know, but we're gonna come up here to the right, which is the entrance to Torque, which is actually it's the you know, it's kind of the tougher climb on Torque. I haven't been here. It's been a few months since I've been here. It looks like there's some rocks that are kicked up there, you know. But I think it's gonna be easy peasy. I don't think I'm gonna have a problem. Put my harness on. I'm gonna start out with the rear blocker locked in. First gear. You know, you always just want to try and crawl the obstacle. You don't need to go and be a rock bouncer to get up everything. So we're just gonna try and use a little bit of good modulated throttle control. Crawl right up it. You see my back tires cleared those rocks. We're just gonna kind of ease on up, walk our way up it. The very end of the climb here, you got those big old rocks. We may or may not need a rear locker there, but I don't think we're gonna have a problem. I could have probably done that in without front or rear lockers. So that was pretty much, you know, that's not all of Torque. Torque continues to kind of wind around and go, and it doesn't really get crazy hard from here. All right, so we're on Scenic View right now. We're at the fun spot on Scenic View. Scenic View goes, it's a pretty long windy trail. It's called Scenic View for a reason. It gets up there and you can see all the mountain ranges and all the you know, the pretty hills. You know, off to my right there's some pretty harder climbs for bigger buggies and whatnot. But we're gonna do the, you know, this is the fun, what I call the fun side. So you got a lot of loose shell. And first gear 4-low. I'm just gonna let her crawl up there. This little spot right here, this is the hardest spot on it. Looks like it's just been worn down. So I'm gonna try and take it and go and then turn to the right on it. I'm open. I'm not locked or anything yet. Well, she ain't having that one. Let's back up a little bit. And let's lock them in. So I'm locked front and rear. I'm trying to get my driver's side to climb up this ledge here, but it's not wanting to do it. We're gonna bump here a little bit, so I'm gonna turn it to go back to the ultimate setting. That didn't do it. But I did knock my exhaust back off. So that's gonna be loud. So we're gonna take this route to the right. We're gonna get to the top of Scenic View and put my exhaust back on. So we're up there. Jeep's extremely loud now. All right, we fixed this, the muffler falling off again. Kind of embarrassing. It's like the third time it's happened. This time I actually went down and I used my impact on it, got it super tight. I need to get that band clamp out and weld and get it welded on. So, the quiet exhaust again, the way it should be. We're just going to continue down scenic view. Hopefully with no other issues. Funny thing is I'd already come up this trail, and I kind of talked through the trail a little bit on the way up, and as we went down, we just climbed this little ledge here. Yeah, but I didn't have my camera recording, so again, not professional YouTuber, just doing it for fun. So we're going down this little incline here, little climb. Jeep's gonna kind of drop down about a 33-degree incline. Pretty easy. And this is just a fun little trail. Chicken trail would be the one off to your right. That was where Torque was at. So we're going to turn, we're going to go down Gauntlet now. So here we're going down Gauntlet. Looks like a tree had fallen down here in some time. Second gear, just coming down these little inclines, letting the engine braking do its thing. Here's the entrance to Carnage Canyon to our right. I'm gonna make a sharp right through this little washout area here. As you can see the tree. Probably gonna have to, might have to 3-point turn in. I'm not really sure yet. And there you go, just like Ace Ventura said, like a glove. Front tire scrubbed that fallen tree, and this is the entrance to Carnage Canyon. Now we're gonna do it no lockers, just first gear, low range. Yeah, you can come through. I've seen Jeeps on 33s come through do this trail. It's not hard. This rock here usually gets people. You just kind of get over this front boulder here. There, even on 40s, I bounced it off of my rock slider. I don't know if hopefully I don't have any clearance. This tree looks recently fallen, but I think it'll go over. I think we'll go up under. We'll be able to fit under this tree. Gonna take it slow, watch the top. And I'm sure right now I'm about 6 inches up under the tree. Continue through. And this is just a nice fun little rocky little climb, little trail. I've done this trail in pouring down rain with a couple inches of water flowing down this little valley. Like I said, if you have a 4-wheel drive, a Jeep, 4Runner, whatnot, you can do this trail on probably 33s would be able to do it pretty easy. Some scraping and banging here and there, but should be a problem. Exits here. You can turn to the right and take this exit out, which we're going to do because we're just going to kind of loop her back around. I have to do a 3-point turn here. I'll watch this tree on the side, but I got it. There we go. That was Carnage Canyon. Now this is the area over here. I'm going to call Hill's Revenge. Dang It Charlie is over here. These are some pretty technical trails. You got Slammer off to our left. Cherry Bomb and Terminator is over to our right. This is a Dang It Charlie is a pretty difficult trail. I'm not going to do it because I'm by myself. So Cherry Bomb starts and goes over there on the other side of that tree. It's kind of very hard. I've done that side, but we're just gonna kind of take the easy route since we're by ourselves. Just kind of poking along. I'm gonna go to first gear, 4 low. Just kind of go off to the side, the center. Technically, we're not on Cherry Bomb yet. Cherry Bomb is over off to our left. I'm gonna cut over. This is a fun trail up to the center. I think that's Terminator. I'm not 100% sure, but it is a good rocky climb. I've had to winch on that trail before. I'm just going to kind of stay clear of that one. So now we're getting on the Cherry Bomb. You know, we're midways into Cherry Bomb. As you see, it's an extremely rocky trail. You know, this is like kind of like the flow. Whenever it rains, water flows down. I'm looking, this tree up here kind of makes it look like I'm not going to be able to kind of. I used to go between that falling down tree and go up that way, but that tree is just asking for door damage. So I'm going to kind of turn here to the right, take what I guess used to be a bypass. I'm going to lock there, lock the front locker in, disconnect the locker. Rear locker's locked right now. It's just really rocky. Prefer to have all the traction I can get right now. Go up Cherry Bomb. I'm going to continue through the rocky side here to the right. I'm going to just unlock the rear locker just because I don't think I need it right now. I'm going to go this way because I'm going to kind of go to a fun little spot. Or what they call the cherry on top. It's a pretty steep little boulder, which you'll see in a second. Kind of shoot up this little spot to the left. And this is what they call the cherry on top. This is where I've seen buggies on stickies do that V notch up there in the top, you know, and they're like straight vertical. I haven't been here in a while, so I hope this the easy side, the side that the lesser of the Jeeps can go through, which is the side I'm going on right here. I'm gonna fold my mirror in because this big pine tree on my left is taking my mirror out before. Awesome. There is some slippery tree roots right up under me there, which is what's kind of getting it. So I'm gonna lock my lockers. Try and stay off of that tree, which got very close to it. Back up, see what's going on. Just doing it real easy. I don't want to get into that too bad. All right, so now we're going up it, and this is just a good easy. You want to carry momentum when you hit the top. Bitch, I lost my momentum and dropped back down. So we're gonna try that one more time. keep your momentum going over, carry the weight of the Jeep across that ledge, and that gets you across her. We're still continuing up Cherry Bomb here. Come to the top, and then we're going to get on Buzzard's Roost and kind of work our way back down to the parking lot. See, the trail's still kind of rocky. It's a good little ascent up, up this hill. Kind of be careful going across some of these big boulders near the trees, because they will cause your body to roll over and put the corner of your Jeep or your vehicle into a tree. So I just kind of do it nice and easy, good slow little crawl. Over to the left is some more extreme trails. I think that's over to the left. It's called Execute. I mean, you gotta have a full-on crawler to go up that stuff. So I'm just gonna kind of keep up the trail and get on what they call Buzzard's Roost. Pretty easy trail, nothing crazy. Basically a pretty stock vehicle can do this one. Alright, we're coming back down Chicken Trail. Kind of gonna go back to Forney Road, and I'm gonna ride up to about where, go around where playground is and go to the backside of boat ramp. So I'll check in with you in a little bit. Back on Forney Road. This road, like I said, just winds around, goes around the perimeter of the park, so to say. Alright, so we're back. We're leaving the backside area. You don't have to look at me talk anymore. You can just listen to me, I guess, because I'm just going to kind of ramble on and follow a little trail from backside back up to the camp, and I think I'm going to call it a day. I'm not really out here for to do anything crazy. I just wanted to get out in the woods and record some new content for everybody. Speaking of back to the whole subscribers and YouTube channel. So Tanked Off-Road Adventures. That was kind of my it's my hobby. Started out my original Jeep name. My original Jeep was a 2015 Jeep, and it was what Jeep, tank was the color green. So that was the reason why. That's how it was originally. It was just Tanked Off-Road. So that Jeep got totaled in an accident, and here I am in this Jeep now. It's 2013, and it is a Commando Jeep. It's the color Jeep that they call it as Commando. I didn't really want to rename my channel, Commando Jeep or whatever, right? So I just kind of kept with my, with my original name. I just called it Tanked Off-Road Adventures, and just left it at that. Now here we are. We're back down at the campground. So I'm gonna kind of go to the upper level campground because it's a good scenic little area. It overlooks the park pretty good. You see, it looks like we got some rain getting ready to move in. So like I start seeing some bigger drops. So I'm gonna get back down to the campground area. So we've made a loop. I'm coming back down around, almost down to where we did my initial videos. As you can see, it's just a beautiful little mountain scene there with the clouds over it. So I'm gonna go down here to this little grassy area, and I'm gonna air up, and I'm gonna let Moab run around before we call it a day and head back to Georgia.